Aykroyd and his favorite mixologist about some very scary vodka.
Hey, Halloween right around the corner, and that's going to mean some really fun, spooky parties. And, you know, your cocktails have to be a little on the spooky side, too, if you're hosting one of these parties. Boy, have we got a combination for you right here, right now. We've got Crystal Head Vodka served up in the spooky skull. And we've also got Tim Stevens, a mixologist, to get us started here. Tim, what are you going to make for us here for Halloween?
Well, we're going to do a couple Halloween-style, fall-oriented cocktails. So I've got a couple using Crystal Head Vodka, a little bit of Saint Germain, which is an elderflower liqueur, a little bit of chocolate liqueur, some Cointreau. One is muled style, which we'll make on the air. The other one I have pre-batched for you, which is a really nice one.
So I can start drinking now?
You can start drinking right away. I'll just get shaken. We can see how these go. But
well, while you're doing that, they've told me that we've got a special guest on the phone with us right now, and he knows a thing or two about this Crystal Head Vodka because he's the creator. You know him from films all the way back to Saturday Night Live and Ghostbusters, and the one and only Dan Aykroyd joining us on the line right now. Dan, how you doing?
All right, thanks. Good to have my voice carried in that beautiful part of the world.
Well, we know you're going to be here coming up Saturday at the Albertsons, right up on Balboa, and you're going to be, selling Crystal Head Vodka, saying hi to folks, signing bottles for them?
Yes, what I do is I travel around the country and I solve all of the Christmas shopping problems for people. I solve all their Halloween decorating problems. We sign the bottles, they give them to people, and they make great gifts and presents. And those who are wise enough to open up and try what's inside will be drinking a non-additive, zero-additive vodka. So when a mixologist like the talented gentleman who's with you there begins to mix a drink, he's starting with an unadulterated, pure base. There are no fusel oils in Crystal Head Vodka. A lot of industrial production uses glycol, raw sugar, and citrus. A lot of the Eastern Bloc vodka companies do that. We do not. Our vodka is made in Canada in a very super hygienic facility at the Newfoundland government, still using the aquifer water from the Rock, Newfoundland. So we have a superior premium product, and it's fun to work with because mixologists like it. They're starting with a clean slate.
And you filter this thing over Herkimer diamonds. What is that all about?
Well, what's common in the vodka business, what we do actually, we have a 4-3-3 process. We quadruple distill our vodka, but we don't triple distill it. We don't quintuple distill it. We don't over distill it. We distill it 4 times, and that keeps a little bit of the taste there. Our tasting notes from Anthony Dias Blue, who's the Robert Parker of the vodka world. We were very pleased when he rated our vodka in the 90s, and he said, vanilla, sweet, with dry, crisp, with a kick of heat off the finish. And when I read that, I said, that's great, because it's an old-style vodka, going back to the Russian style of vodka making. And
you said home run, huh? Well,
we don't mask the alcohol with oils.
Well, Dan, hang on for just a second. Let me let Tim go ahead and mix up a little something for us here, and then I want to ask you one or two more questions before you go.
Yes, about the diamonds, though. Vodka is commonly filtered over diamonds. However, Herkimer diamonds, to me, have a very special meaning. They come from a geophysically anomalous region of upstate New York. It's the only place in the world other than Afghanistan where these diamonds bubble up from the ground and are in fields. And some say they have sort of a psychic association with that part of the world. So I thought it was kind of very fitting that we would pour over diamonds. We also charcoal filter it as well.
Okay, let's watch Tim mix up a little something here right now for us, and while Tim's doing that, well, go ahead, Tim, and then we'll have Dan hang on for just a second.
Sure. This is the pre-batched one that I have called here the Skull Flower, and again, that's the an elderflower liqueur, little Cointreau, fresh squeezed orange juice, and the pure vodka, of course, Crystal Head. The next one I'm going to make is called the Aztec Palace, which is a variation of a common mule, but in the holiday sense, we're going to add a little bit of a chocolate liqueur. Don't use a cream-based one because we're adding fresh lime and that'll curdle it, and we don't want that to happen. So easy enough to make at home. We're just going to squeeze in some fresh lime over the chocolate liqueur. And we'll leave that there. Add the pure vodka.
The Crystal Head. Dan, why the Crystal Head? Go ahead and explain that, especially for Halloween here.
Well, I always loved the legend of the 13 Crystal Heads. 13 found around the world, 8 in mankind's possession, 5 are missing. It's about positive enlightenment. The Navajo, the Aztec, the Mayans always had these heads. They spoke of them in their legend as being guiding lights for the tribe. So when we designed the bottle and we looked at making old-style Russian vodka, we said, we've got to put a clean vodka in this beautiful bottle because it's about enlightenment and positive thinking. That's the legend anyway. And we're hoping to lead people to positive drinking. And the talented gentleman there, I just love the sound of these cocktails. You know, mixologists and mixology now, this is a whole valid part of food culture that has increased to the level of almost a science. And these guys and these ladies in mixology they are driving the cocktail business. They're also driving the restaurant business because a lot of restaurants now, their bars are doing better than their food service. And that's what is driving good clubs and good bars and restaurants is the quality of the mixologist, the knowledge of the mixologist, and sounds like you got a great one there.
Oh, we're really doing it up right here. Dan, thank you so much. We will see you Saturday at the Albertsons up on Balboa. And will we see Ghostbusters again soon?
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it as we speak.
Fantastic. Dan Aykroyd, everybody. Come out and see him this Saturday. Thank you, sir.
Fun.
Hey,
all
you
right,
too.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers. And the finishing touches were?
Finishing touches are fresh ginger. This is a ginger beer that I added to add the effervescence and kind of open it up. Also put some Angostura bitters, the bottle that you always find in your grandmother's cupboard. That
you don't know what it's for.
You never knew what it was for. It's a real integral part of really opening up the flavors. So
fantastic. You did a great job. And you got great kudos from Dan Aykroyd, too.
Yeah, well, good friend. We go golfing a lot.
Well, there you go. All right. Go out and see Dan Saturday out at Albertsons on Balboa. 5950 Balboa. San Diego Living. Coming right back.